Tony D and Little Joan with the Screenwriter's Rant on the Ravine. A really intense, I guess you'd call it a thriller or drama, about a guy who commits an unspeakable crime, perhaps offs himself, and leaves a whole ton of questions in his wake. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 8. Thank you for buying the books and supporting the channel, and then I can feed Little Joan. Oh, Little Joan's sleeping. Anyhow, so this trailer starts the way I expect the movie to start. This guy's crying in his car, and he puts a gun up to his chin. That is an intense way to start a movie. His friends and family get weird messages. Someone shows up at the house to see what happened. The kid's got blood on his shirt. Then this guy drives towards a ravine at top speed, and then he shoots himself before it goes over the ravine, apparently, because he wants to make sure he's doubly dead, I guess. So then it's about the fallout. He apparently killed his wife and one of the kids, and then himself. But maybe not. Maybe not. And so I think it's his brother or his brother-in-law. I think they're probably brothers. His older brother, who's had some problems in the past, who now has to put things together. Because there's a line in the movie like, he says, "Where is he?" And he goes, "Don't do anything to him." Something like that. Which is an indication that maybe there's some revenge in this, and maybe he's got a past. So it looks like a pretty intense movie. This woman looks very familiar. I may have seen her in something before, and I can't think of what. The trailer's very intense. Doesn't really hint at the other shoe dropping, like, what's the deal here? Like, who the potential target of revenge is. Is it the other kid? Did he set up his dad? Maybe he's an ex-cop. Maybe he's an ex-cop, because he seems to be having an awfully chatty conversation with the other cop, or the detective in this. So, yeah, so this is the main character. I assume this is Eric Dane is his name. Let's see. I got the IMDb already open. Look at me doing my research. Yeah, that's Eric Dane as Mitch Bianchi, and then Peter Fasolini, the guy who kills himself, as Danny Turner. So they're not brothers, I guess. So maybe they're friends. I mean, that's not the actor's name. So maybe they're good friends. Maybe they're brother-in-laws. So, and this is based on a book and based on a true story. Writers Robert and Kelly Pascuzzi, and based on a book by Keone Waxman. Directed by Keone Waxman. Oh, that's interesting. So Keone Waxman wrote the book. Then, I guess they hired 2 screenwriters to turn it into a screenplay, and then Keone directed it? I've never seen that before. That's very interesting. Huh. Now you'd think someone who would write a book and direct a movie, it'd be no problem to write the screenplay as well. Or am I getting this backwards? No, I am getting it backwards. Robert and Kelly Pascuzzi, based on a book by. Okay, it was their book. It was the couple's book. Keone wrote the screenplay and directed it. Okay. Sorry, got that confused. Read that backwards. Very interesting. Very interesting. So it looks like a good cast. I'm not familiar with any of these actors. Who is Leslie Uggams? I know her from something. That's the only one I know. What the heck has she been in? I'm going down the rabbit hole, everybody. I'm going down the rabbit hole of Deadpool. I thought she was blind, Al. I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking that. Okay, she's from Deadpool. Oh, she was in Roots too. Huh. Anyhow, this looks pretty damn intense. It looks pretty friggin' intense. I mean, you got a setup like this. First act, probably kills himself. And then it's about the various characters going about their lives, and they're getting strange messages, and then finally they get the call, and then you get the drama of that. And then they all are like, they all come together. There's a police investigation. Second act, the investigation starts to go forward. The cops are wrapping it up. Well, he killed his wife and his kid and committed suicide. That's the most obvious thing. But then there's some details that don't quite add up, right? And then I guess this character, played by Eric Dane, is investigating. Maybe he's an ex-cop who had some problems, maybe, and that's why he's off the force. So that's what I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure. So he investigates during the course of the second movie, and I guess there's some revenge angle in this. So maybe he finds out the true killers, or maybe somebody who drove him crazy or to drugs or something like that, or maybe he's partially responsible. Maybe it's like the other kid. Maybe it was the kid who killed the wife and the other sibling, and then he's going after the kid who's more of a grown-up. I don't know. And then the third act is the shocking conclusion, which is already pretty shocking. So I'm down for this. Yeah, this is pretty intense. Trailer-wise, I'm guessing that the reason they're not telling us that little bit more information I would like to see is that the moment they tell us that, it gives away too much. That's what it feels like. But this, the whole thing's just super intense. I mean, the guy driving towards a ravine with a gun underneath him, that's a pretty intense scene, even just in this trailer. For that alone, I'm going to give it an upvote. And I think I'm going to have to be looking for this movie. I have no idea when maybe it came out already. It's dated for 2021 on the IMDb, but it's 2022 here. It probably got delayed for pandemic reasons. So I'm not sure if it's out or not, but yeah, I'm totally down with this movie. It's called The Ravine. I think you should look for it. I think it'll be pretty damn good. Plus, it's based on a book. I think the details will be there. Possibly based on true story, right? Let's see that again. Leslie. I think it was based on I think they said that in the trailer. Inspired by true events. So maybe part of it's true. But it looks intense. That opening scene alone, I think, will be worth the price of admission. Yes, The Ravine. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Bitchute, Odysee, and Rumble for all our base takes. We got a Hollywoke hot take today. Yes, I ramble about the Oscars once again. And News Blast. See you there.